Hey guys, so I'm going to be uploading for the first time in about 4 weeks. I'm not going to tell you like some excuse as to why I haven't been uploading. I've just been super lazy, and I know that that's not a good attribute to have when you want to start a YouTube channel. I mean, there has been things going on. There has been things that are going on in my life. Nothing I'm gonna explain on YouTube, just because that's no one else's business, really, except for my own and the people I'm going through it with. But, anyways, I wanted to thank all of you that go to my school because I really love having the support from you guys, and I really appreciate how kind you are and how supportive you are. I think some of you are being sarcastic personally. I think you guys mock me. Some of you, and you know who you are. But you guys are probably gonna see this the day I'm filming, which is Tuesday, the day we go back to school from a 4-day weekend, and wondering why I'm not at school. And I'm actually going to Seattle for those disclosed reasons that I'm not telling you about. Um, it's just, there's a lot going on in my life right now, and I don't feel like discussing that over the internet. But anyways, so today will actually be the first time I show you my Modern Renaissance palette. I got it as a birthday gift, and I really actually love it. I've done a few eye looks with it at school, but other than that, I don't have any problems with it really. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that experience problems with it, but I simply don't. I think the formula is good. I think the blendability is good. The only thing I don't like is I personally don't think they have a really good crease shade. I've been using this shade called Burnt Orange. It doesn't show up very good on my camera. And it still shows up, like, I know it says burnt orange, but it shows up really, really orange. Like, more orange than I thought this one would. But that's okay. I'm still gonna go in with that one. If you guys want me to try, like, a different color in my crease, just let me know. I kind of just go in with the one that I think is the best. And out of all the shades that this palette has, I think this one is probably the best contender that this palette has. I'm not going to be doing something too heavy since I am going to Seattle to the doctors. I'm not going for myself so that you guys don't worry about me. If there are any of you out there that do worry about me, I'm going with a family member who I'm not going to say their name of because that's private confidentiality that, like I said, doesn't need to be disclosed on the internet. Anyways, so I'm taking burnt orange on a fluffy crease brush and just lightly applying that from the outer corner to the inner corner. I'm applying it more heavily on the outer corner than I am on the inner corner. That's just how I like to do my makeup. But anyway, so I'm just trying to make it as even as possible with this shade. I also like how a lot of these shades are there's a good selection that are more, what do you want to say, like a good selection of sparkly ones and a good selection of matte ones. And I don't think it's too much sparkly, and I don't think it's too much matte either. So as you can see, this one looks darker in my camera and in real life, so I'm just gonna take that same, I'm sorry if you can hear the car out there, my window's open, it's just so hot in my room right now. anyways, so I'm just gonna take this and even out my eyeshadow as best as I can. I think whatever eye color or eyeshadow I had on this was still on my brush, and that's why it's a little darker, but that's okay. So now I'm gonna go in with, hang on, let me look through my brushes. I'm gonna go in with, let's see, this dome shaped brush, or slanted shaped brush. Um, my brushes were gonna fall. I have a really bad setup right now. I've been rearranging my room, and my bed's on the wall over here, and I have a curtain up over here, so you can't see my closet. My room's just a mess right now, personally. I don't know what you guys are doing, but anyways, so I'm gonna go in with Antique Bronze, which is this shade right here. It's more of a sparkly color, and I think the offset of it's really nice for my outfit because I'm wearing a green sweater. Kind of looks black in the monitor right now, but you know, that's okay. Anyway, so I'm just gonna lightly pack this on the outer corner, and I don't know. I like some of these shades have like fallout more than others. Clearly, every palette does have certain shades that have more fallout. That's a given. I just don't think that a $42 palette should have crazy amounts of fallout. But this is my first palette that I've ever owned by a high-end company like Anastasia Beverly Hills. Especially this palette. Like I said, I really like it. I got it as a birthday gift from a friend at the school that I attend. She came to my birthday party and surprised me with this lovely palette. And I was so ecstatic when I pulled it out of the little Sephora bag because I knew it had to be something good because it came from Sephora, even though I've never personally been to Sephora. Um, anyways, so I'm taking this angled brush and I am just dipping my brush back into the palette when I need it, and I'm going from the very top of my crease down to my eyelid, and I'm kind of doing a sweeping slash patting mode because I want the color payoff to be as good as I can get it from this palette. But this one has a lot of fallout, and like I said, I don't understand why a palette that is this expensive has this much fallout from certain shades. And as you can see, I take my blending brush and I go back in with it when I think I've applied too much in the crease, like it's gone too high up, because I want that orange shade to stay as orange and noticeable as possible. Just for this particular eye look, that's what I'm going for. And I want the antique bronze to not be as noticeable considering the look I'm going for. Anyways, I don't know. This shade, I feel like if I wanted to, I could find something to put under, like spray, to make it better. I just don't know what that would be. Maybe MAC Prime and Prep, I think is what it's called. But I don't know. I was gonna buy some. I still might buy some. It's hard to decide what to spend your money on when your money is so limited. Like the desk that I'm filming with right now is very, that's the wrong brush, is kind of older, and I need to sand it down and refinish it, and I want to get a notebook to write down all my YouTube ideas, and it just seems like more and more things that I want to do are getting in the way of letting me do them, if that makes sense. Like, I only have $15, and I either buy makeup, or I buy stuff to do my desk, or I buy a notebook, or I can like get the notebook and the desk stuff but then my makeup like doesn't, like, my makeup collection and my makeup videos don't grow in the aspect that I want it to, you know? It just seems like I can get everything, but something still sacrifices, like, still lacks. Anyways, enough with my personal money rant. I'm using Primavera, this shade here, and I really honestly love this. I don't know if you guys saw one of my older Christmas videos, but I really wanted a nice gold shade, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Just a nice shade. It's just a bright pop of color that I wanted, and now I have it, and I'm never gonna go back. um, I honestly think that this and a couple other shades, I would just buy this palette for those if I had the money to just splurge like that. This is why I wish when people when companies let out um, certain palettes, that they should also let out the single versions of it. Just because, what if you only want like like 2 or 3 shades? Like, people don't have money to buy $40, like a $40 palette for just 3 shades or just 4 shades, or maybe it's half of them, half of the shades, I don't know. But I just think that companies should do that. Like, when I have my own makeup company, if I ever have my own makeup company, that's something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna release singles after I release palettes that I make. So, like, if I were to release this palette, then probably after, I don't know, a month or something, I would release the single pans. Because maybe someone went over to their friend's house and, like, saw the palette and was like, oh, I like so and so colors, but I don't like these other colors, so I'm not going to buy a $40 palette, you know? Plus, you get a lot more money revenue from that, you know? I don't know. That's just my idea. Maybe I'm just immature and I don't understand how business works, but that's what I want to do. I think it's more reasonable to do that than always just sell the one palette, because you might go through other shades quicker and want to replace them, and then, oh wait, you can't because it's only in palette form. That's how I feel anyways. So what I'm doing with this brush is it's a little short, curved, rounded brush, and like I said, I'm going with Primavera, and all I'm doing is a patting or tapping motion with the right color, which is Primavera, and I'm going up to the crease and not past it, and blending it to that darker color that I used, which was Antique Bronze. I'm kind of going more for a shimmery look today. And then I'm taking a smudger brush, when I can find it. Basically, it's kind of like a eyeshadow sponge, but just a dome-shaped brush. It's not really even a brush. And then I'm going in between the two colors, Antique Bronze and Primavera, and then blending it out. But I don't have enough color from Primavera that I want, so I'm just going to go back in with this brush and apply some more. Same thing on this side. And then I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used for Primavera and apply some right here. And then do that dome brush again. And I don't really like blending my colors forward, so like the brown Antique Bronze, I'm not going to blend towards my nose. I'm going to blend Primavera outwards to the outer corner because I want that eye-opening, brighter look. That's the look I'm going for. And if I were to blend too much towards my nose, then I would kind of give myself a sunken in look on my eyes, particularly. That's just my opinion. Anyways, so now I'm gonna take this really messed up brush. It's so messed up. And I'm going to dip it into this Essence eyeliner in the shade 10 or 01 Midnight in Paris. What a strange name. And then I'm just gonna do my eyeliner. Does anybody ever find that you do your makeup and you love doing makeup, but then all of a sudden you just don't like it? Like, for a while, not permanently, clearly. But, like, you just are really bad at it for a while and you can't figure out why. Like, you can't get your eyeliner to work. And not just, like, normal can't get your eyeliner to work. Like, serious problems with your eyeliner. Like, I had this time where I was doing my makeup and I was like so good at it and I was perfecting it and I was like, I can't get any better than this. This is amazing. How did I not see this gift earlier in makeup? And then I would go back like a few weeks later and I'd try to do a really cool eye look and I'm like, why do my hands not work? Why am I suffering from not being able to contribute to my makeup? I don't understand. And then I realized I was just out of practice. But I don't know, maybe you guys have actual problems and I'm just a pansy that likes to complain. That could be it. I don't know, you guys tell me down in the comments. By the way, all you new people that go to my school, you can support me. That's, like, I love that. I love the support. I think what you guys do for me is great for my self-esteem, I guess. But don't do it because you want to mock me. Don't make fun of me because you think that that's a great idea and you just want to laugh at me with your friends, you know? I'm not doing a channel for you guys to make fun of me and make a laughing stock out of me, okay? I know that my methods are not always the greatest, and I'm still learning as a new YouTuber. I will always be learning as a YouTuber, and all those beauty gurus out there started somewhere just like I did. And I have a camera, but, I'm also human, and I lost my tripod connector, what makes my tripod connect to my camera. Honestly, if you guys want to know right now, my phone is taped to my tripod with clear cellophane tape, and it's probably not good for my screen, but it's what I have to do to make videos as of the moment goes. But I'm hoping to get a new tripod when I get some more money. It always seems like money's in the way, right? Like, you want to get this, you want to get that. Money is in the way. Always, it seems like. But always remember, money doesn't make the world go round. It makes the economy go round, but not the world. The world doesn't depend on money. The world depends on love and nature and nurture, all of the above, and much more, Maybe I'm just talking out my ass and you guys are laughing at me right now. I feel really sensitive. Can you guys tell? I'm like really hostile and really sensitive, and I don't know, maybe I shouldn't post this video, but I'm going to do it anyways. I don't know. And I can't get my eyeliner to work. This is what I was talking about. Eyeliner. Oh my goodness. Okay. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just not wanting to work. Ah! Oh my goodness. It's the end of all days of eyeliner. I need to get new eyeliner. If I get anything, like makeup-wise, it's gonna be a new jar of this, because this jar is really old and not working and causing problems that could be avoided if this was a new jar of eyeliner. But it's not. Okay, so I don't know if I'm gonna be able to fix this. Okay, that's the best I'm gonna do. Hang on. Okay, so I have wipes. Always have wipes. Whenever you're doing makeup, always have your wipes. I keep my wipes on hand because of eyeshadow fallout and the weird triangle, rectangle things I get on my face after putting tape on my face. By the way, most of you might want to know why I put tape on my face, and I put tape on my face so that it minimizes cleanup. I like having a sharp eyeshadow look, and the way to get that done the quickest and the fastest is honestly just using tape. So that's the end of my eye look. The rest of this, basically, I'm just going to speed through. Right now I'm applying my Stay Matte Mattifying Primer by Rimmel London. It's what I use because I have really oily skin, and the best way to avoid having more oily skin, especially wearing makeup, is applying a primer. I'm just really careful of my eye makeup, and I make sure to not smudge it, and to get everywhere that I can as possible. I probably should honestly apply primer before I do my eye makeup, but I don't. I guess you guys should tell me in the comments down below. So now I'm going to use foundation. There it is. I'm going for a really light foundation look, even though I have really heavy eyeshadow on, in my opinion, today. Even though I probably said I was going to do a light look. I guess I just didn't. That's just what I decided to do. By the way, if you guys see light changing in my videos, it's because I'm turning my mirror around. It's double-sided, has zoom on one side and normal on one. Zoom on one side and normal mirror on the other side. And I have to have it zoomed in so I can see what I'm doing on my eyes, since most of you who go to my school know that I wear glasses, but obviously you can't wear glasses when you're doing your makeup because your glasses will just get in the way. And the sponge that I'm using right now is by Real Techniques, and I don't like it. I never have, and the only reason why I'm using it is because the sponge that I was originally using is bad. I have to throw it away. I just haven't yet, but I have to. It's no longer in a good condition to use. It smells terrible and looks terrible and has dark spots, which I think are from eyeshadow, but I'm not going to chance having a moldy foundation sponge when I could just use this one for a hot minute and then go buy a new one and throw this one out too, like I should have a long time ago, but I guess it was meant to be. Anyways, most of you guys know how to use a beauty blender. I'm going to just go through that real quick. I'm taking the largest side of this beauty blender, which is an octagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No. Right? No, an octagon has 8 sides. That's why it's octa. Anyways, so, yeah. I'll be back to school tomorrow, and hopefully you guys have commented on older videos and will comment on this video so that I know what you guys want to see more of. Because a couple of you guys at my school have been saying, why haven't I been posting? And like I said earlier in the video, which I hope most of you heard or paid attention to, I'm just lazy. And yes, I have had a few family things going on, but not enough to stop me from posting. As you can see, you can still see a lot of my blemishes and spots. I don't like to wear super thick coverage foundation. That's just my personal style, and the reason why is because it's not healthy for my skin. I have very sensitive skin, and as you guys have learned in older videos, and I don't plan on making my skin worse just for YouTube. And because like the normal, I guess, is heavy foundation. What I normally do is wear light foundation, and then whatever is still peeking through, I go in with concealer like you're supposed to do, but I probably go in with more concealer than most people would, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm going to take the same sponge I blended out my foundation with, and on the spots like my chin and forehead and cheeks, I'm going to just blend that out like normal. And then I'm going to take a brush and go in with, go in underneath my eyes, because I like to get really close with my concealer, and that's just not possible for me with a sponge. My phone. Anyways, so I just go in up underneath the eyeshadow, hopefully, if I can get my brush to do it, and then all the way up underneath my eye, and then I just blend that out. As you guys can see, I look super pale. If my lighting changes in my video, it's because when I started this, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning, and now it's like probably 8, I think. I just have time to post or record, I guess. So, and I was gonna do my makeup anyways, so I just decided to record. And this is probably one of the longest videos you guys have ever seen me do. So yeah, maybe hopefully you guys like it. So yeah, basically that's the finished eye on this side, from this to this, and then basically I'm just gonna go and do the same thing. Hey, you guys should comment down to words. You guys should comment down below what you're most excited for in second semester, if you go to my school or any other school that is just about to change their semesters. I'm really excited because I'm dropping Spanish, and I've been trying to drop Spanish forever now, and now I actually get the chance to. And it just seems like that's what was supposed to happen at the end, was dropping Spanish, because I love my Spanish teacher. She's a great person. She's got, you know, a wonderful personality. I just don't like her class. I don't need Spanish anymore, so why take it? It's just a waste of my time. Alright, so I finished my base, which is, I think, the longest out of my entire face process, just because I'm really particular about how it looks. And I'm just going to go in with the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. I go in sections of my face just because I can tell where it's matte, like where it's dry, as far as where my powder is set. And then I can just feel it with my hands, or fingers, where it's not dry. So, like, as you guys saw, I started on this side, went to this side, did this area extra to make sure, and then I can feel with my brush or my fingers where I need to set some more. And then I go to my forehead. Um, so I know I haven't done my eyebrows yet. I know those look kind of weird because I have really full eye makeup on right now and really not a whole lot of eyebrows going on. But I actually do my mascara and my eyebrows last. I've kind of just always done my mascara and eyebrows last. I think it's kind of what brings the whole look together. Like, my eyebrows shape my face and give me more of an adult looking face instead of like a little kid. Because if you guys know me in person, you know I'm very short and I'm a very tiny person, and I have been cursed with that. Which is fine. It's not terrible. So now I'm gonna take my another face brush that I have. It's actually more dense than the one I just used. That's why I have to go in with like 4,000 layers of powder, because it doesn't pick up a lot. And I probably should just switch brushes because that would make more sense. But anyways, I'm gonna go in with my Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder, and I'm just gonna go lightly in on the cheeks in light circular motions, and then I'm gonna just carry that up to my forehead and just again light circular motions. I just started doing this method. I used to honestly use this as a contouring powder. That was the way I used it, but you use whatever you want to use. I just personally like doing this now and carrying it up to my forehead. My phone just will not stop going off. I don't know what its problem is. Anyways, and now that I have bronzed up my face just a little bit, I'm going to take a fan brush and just do a little more contouring on the sides, just because, like I said, I used to do this with contouring. It's what I still do, you know. And then, because I over bronze every time, I just go in with my face brush and I just kind of buff it out a little bit, just to make sure I'm not too bronzed. And then I'm gonna go in with my blush brush, possibly. Guess I didn't grab a blush. That's a problem. There it is. Found it. While I'm recording. Anyways, so I'm just gonna take, it's kind of like a slanted dome brush, and I'm just gonna put it in this Essence Silky Touch blush, 20 in the shade 20 Baby Doll. It's actually so old that the writing on it is starting to come off. Anyway, so I smile and I apply it to the cheeks and then brush out a little. So smile, rosy them cheeks up, and then back. Smile, back. Smile, back. And then what that does, as you probably all know, gives me color to my cheeks. Because no one wants to look like a pale monster, even though I probably do. See what I mean? Messy situation. I just had a brush fall on me from my desk because I have a laptop sitting on it. Anyways, so now, because I over bronze and I over blush, going back in with my face powder brush and blending and diffusing that. And that seems good. And then I'm going to take my highlighter brush, which is another domed brush, but it's not so like slanted on one side. And then I'm going to go in with my Milani highlighter in the shade 03 Sun Glow Luminescent Solar Strobe Light. That's a name. And I'm just going to swirl my brush in that real quick. And then I like to do the top of the cheeks like most people do, but then I go up by the hairline. I just like having an obnoxious highlight. Personally, that's just me. I know this video is super long and not necessary. Like, I'm looking at the time and it says that it's been 35 minutes and 3 seconds or something like that. And it's probably just because I talk and I talk and I talk and I talk and I never stop talking. I hope you guys don't mind. Anyways, so then I'm gonna take the same brush and put that on my nose because I like a little nose highlight, and then I'm gonna apply that to my cupid's bow. I don't apply a highlight to my eyebrows personally. I don't like that look, and I don't think I ever will. For myself, anyways. Other people can pull it off. I just don't have the face shape or the eyebrow shape or anything like that to really pull off that kind of look, in my opinion. You guys will probably say, oh, you can do whatever you want. I know I can do whatever I want. This is just my opinion on doing whatever I want, which is this kind of highlight. Anyways, so I'm going to take my spoolie and I'm going to brush my eyebrows up and out. And there is still a little bit of color on my brush from doing my eyes previously. Anyways, I use this NYX Eyebrow Cake Powder in the shade East EP03 Taupe/Ash. I don't know why they have such an obnoxious name for everything nowadays. But anyways, it comes with 2 lighter shades and some wax. I don't use the wax anymore. I used to, but it just was too much for my eyebrows. So anyways, I have shaped my eyebrows out. So I like to do my eyebrows when I have this space because then I actually get the real shape that I want. And then I just go with the lighter shade on the tip of my brows. I kind of base them out and then just flutter up. I'm still learning how to do my brows, honestly, just because I don't do them very well, I guess, in my opinion, and I don't want to mess up. I want them to look good, like most people do. Anyways, and then I go in with the darker shade, on the outer corner and shape it real nicely. And I like to have a darker tail than the front. And then that's my eyebrow. I think that's probably one of the best eyebrows I've ever done. And then just the same thing on the other side. Just going up, shaping the bottom, going in with that lighter shade. Shape, 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 shape. I'm a weirdo. Don't judge me. And then I'm gonna shape the top. And see, I shape my entire eyebrow with the darker shade or with the lighter shade, and then I go in, just because that makes the most sense to me. And then now, the darker shade for the tail. Feeling any bald spots, because we all got them. We don't want to say it, we all got them. And then do the tail. And that's good. I filled in the front a little too much, so I'm just going to take the side of my spoolie and just brush it out a little. Having issues. I need to get a new spoolie, but I don't really know where to go. I know that you can probably get one at Ulta, but I want to get one that's like a long handle, and I feel like all they would have is like little tiny ones, like for mascara or something. I don't know. But anyways, so those are my eyebrows. I think they look pretty good, and then I'm gonna take my mascara and apply that. I also need to get a new mascara. I think I'm going to get a new mascara and a new eyeliner. And I really like this mascara. Tati Westbrook, Glam Life Guru said something about this in her video prior to it being released, and it was an accident. She wasn't supposed to say anything, but she did, and that's okay. I love it. I don't think I love it as much as she does, but I still like it. I don't apply mascara to the bottom lashes just because I don't like to. I don't like the look of bottom lash mascara on myself, which you guys probably think that's weird. That's just my opinion. Um, anyways, so yeah. And I also apply thousands of layers of mascara just because this mascara is really dry and I need a new one, like I just said. But I think it's a decent mascara. I just don't think it's very godlike. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. I think that's the end of it. I do need to remove my powder and whatever else is on my lips. And top. And alright, that's it. That is everything that I have to show you guys. And I hope you like the look. I hope you guys can understand why I didn't post, because I'm a lazy person and that's just me. But anyways, this is what the final finished looks. Words. Today I'm not gonna be able to talk. I can already tell. Anyways, this is what the final look looks like with my glasses. You guys can clearly see my ring light. Let's turn that off. Alright, let's do the hair some justice. Alright, I think that does it. Anyways, so like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like, comment, subscribe down below. And if you guys want to see a giveaway coming soon, I just need to get to 50 subscribers. It'll be a local giveaway, so, you know, tell your friends, tell your families, tell other people's families. Just don't be weird about it. Alright, I'll talk to you guys later and see you next week. Thanks for tuning in on this BBT number 4, I believe. If not, number 5. Alright, see you guys later. Bye!